Hello viewers and welcome to part 24 of The Clueless Cat does Final Fantasy XIV story playthrough as per requested by Twitch viewers. More bad monologue dialogue incoming. Now, where we left off, we're gonna go visit Master Matoya via the abandoned city of Sharlayan. Knowledge seeks no man. So says the motto of Sharlayan engraved upon yonder stone. The meaning is simple. It falls to us to seek enlightenment. During the Sixth Astral Era, at the turn of the 13th century, men from the northern nation of Sharlayan journeyed across the seas to Eorzea in search of knowledge. Upon arriving at these shores, they established a camp for their scholarly endeavors. Over time, this camp grew into a settlement, and the settlement prospered, and so much so that it came to be counted among Eorzea's great city-states. Alas, those glory days are now but a fading memory. With her keepers lost to her, Sharlayan has become an empty husk of her former self. Psh! Uplander is mistaken. Sharlayan has new keepers, is on cusp of new age of glory. Goblins? Here to plunder the city? Uplander is mistaken muchly. We are not thieves. This place is our home. Your home? When last I looked, it was mine and Alphino's. We were born here. Pfft. When Uplanders abandoned city, Uplanders gave up claim. Born here, and no Uplanders are trespassers. My friends, please, we did not come to dispute your claim to this land. Our purpose here is peaceful. We desire but to cross the river. Be calm, I beg you, and let us speak like the civilized folk that we are. Surely we can come to a mutual understanding. Vsh! If that is truth, then Uplanders are welcome here. Come with Slowflix. Slowflix will show Uplanders settlement. Now I see you and all, but I also see an Aetherochemical I haven't attuned to. Bashir's Heart of Settlement, name of Idyllshire. What have we got here? Guests? Greetings to you. I am Lahabrea, and may I introduce my companions, Amber and Y'shtola. We have journeyed far in search of a friend and seek to cross the river. But finding the main bridge collapsed, you went looking for a detour and ended up stumbling into Slowfix and his crew, is that right? That is the short of it. This place, Idyllshire, I came expecting a ghost town. To suffice it to say, I'm surprised to find it so alive. Well, with all them precious artifacts laying about, it's only a matter of time before treasure hunters like me moved in. But we weren't the first to arrive neither. By then, Slowfix and his gooby friends had already settled. At first, gobbies and hunters disliked each other, but an understanding came. Then friendship. Now, gobbies and hunters have joined hands to build great new nation. So that is what happened after we Sharlayans departed. Ah, so you're locals? No hard feelings, I hope. All these nice buildings, but no one to live in them, felt like a waste, you know? We've been trying to put the place to rights. Things have been going well for the most part, but it ain't all smooth sailing. Not to sound ungrateful, but the traps your people left lying about are a bloody nuisance. And there's the Illuminati harrying us day and night. Push, Slowfix's bright idea. Uplanders desire mutual understanding, yes? Best way to understanding is helping one another. Help citizens of Idyllshire, and Uplanders can be citizens too. Citizens are free to cross river. Well, I'm not aware of a quicker way to reach our destination. Let us assist Slowfix and his people. Golems be gone. Slowfix wants you to eliminate the golems that prowl Idyllshire. Pshaw, so Uplanders agree to help. Good. Here's what Slowfix wants Uplanders to do. Many golems prowl Idyllshire, get in the way of expansion plans. Slowfix wants Uplanders to eliminate golems. Uplanders are Sharlayan. Yes, Sharlayan should know best way to deal with creatures. So we are to eliminate the golems. That should be a simple enough affair. The automata were employed as sentinels, and by design can be unmade with a coded command. At the time of the Exodus, it was noughts and crosses, and I see no reason why it should not still work. Let us divide the task between the three of us, the quicker to be finished with it. Knots and crosses. Golems are no more? Wonderful. Now we can resume work to expand settlement. An Illuminati incident. Slowfix has the look of a goblin who's about to ask a favor. Pshaw, Uplanders help Gobby flock, earned right to be citizens of Idyllshire, but Slowfix must ask another favor. Another favor, you say? Short time ago, dear friend of Slowfix ventured into Illuminati territory. Illuminati are nasty goblins, show no mercy even towards Gobbykin. Slowfix fears for friend's life. Please find friend before Illuminati do. I'm suddenly taken by a sense of foreboding. Be that as it may, we cannot turn a blind eye. Let us make haste and find Slowfix's friend. Pshaw! Goodly Uplander, long time no eye catch. What is bringing Uplander here? Does Uplander have lusty eyes for junk of Brayflox? Uplander must not be touching junk of Brayflox. Brayflox is finding junk first. I know I recognize that voice. Greeting, Brayflox. It has been a while. Forgive us for interrupting your work, but Captain Wescut gave me to understanding that you are marked by the Illuminati. This happens to be Illuminati-held territory. Is it wise to be here? Shaw, Brayflox eat Illuminati for sun-upses. Shaw, who eats who for sun-upses? Brayflox all talks. Unwise you are to come here after dirty talking secret knowings of cheese make from Illuminati. Brayflox did no unright. Cheese recipe is gobby birthright. Save tongue flaps for trading in death pit. Pray to Godfathers, for punishment is near times. It appears we have no choice. Kill all the things, trying to keep your companions safe, and Y'shtola when she eventually starts doing her long test.
To me! Have at you!
She Illuminati no match for furious gobfists of Brayflox. More junk is awaiting Brayflox muchly. Brayflox is taking leave of Uplanders. Being embroiled in a cheese war was the last thing I expected coming to Sharlayan. At any rate, we have fulfilled Slowfix's request. Let us return with the good tidings and be on our way. Uplanders are back. Did Uplanders find friend of Slowfix? Pshaw, time has not cured recklessness of brave flocks. Without help from Uplanders, brave flocks would now be dead gobby. Slowfix owes Uplanders debt of gratitude. Slowfix and brave flocks are joined by unseverable gobby bond. If Slowfix had known that Uplanders are friends of brave flocks, Slowfix would have welcomed Uplanders to gobby flock at first meeting. Leaving Idyllshire. A grateful Slowfix is ready to grant you your heart's desire. A story skip so I can be done. Pshaw, Uplanders have upheld bargain most highly. As promised, Slowfix makes Uplanders honored citizens of Idyllshire, free to cross river at will. Many Uplanders must leave for now. Slowfix hopes that Uplanders will pay many visits and help build great new nation. You are most kind, my friend. You may be certain that we will return. I must confess, at first it upset me to learn that my home had been occupied by others, but now I see that it is in good hands. Under your care, I look forward to seeing Sharlayan thrive once more, to become a home to people of all races and creeds. Slowfix has already ordered the Gobwatch to let Uplanders through. Safe travels. Alphino, Amber, shall we then? Okay. Pshaw, by order of Chief Slowfix, Uplanders can come and go at will. One moment for clearing away barricade. Finally, we can continue our journey. How does this not blow up the bridge? Ahem. Bearing any misadventures, we shall soon arrive at the cave where Matoya resides. Unless you have unfinished business in Idyllshire, let us strike out at once. I am ready whenever you are. Let us go and meet the legendary Matoya. Okay. After you tell me how the bridge didn't blow up. Ahead lies the answering quarter, where the scholars of Sharlayan gathered to hone their knowledge. Even from this distance, 'tis plain that much of it has given back to the wilderness. Matoya's Cave. Y'shtola is ready to lead you to Matoya's Cave. The cave in which Matoya resides is situated on the southern edge of the hinterlands. In choosing the spot, my master desired privacy above all else. As such, the cave is extremely well hidden. You'll not find it unless you know to look for it. We shall follow the road south until we reach a bridge. Rather than cross it, however, we shall ford the stream it spans. Thence head straight until we arrive at the base of a bluff. I'm gonna run right through the middle of everything. Go around the things that want to eat me, preferably. This is the entrance. You seem unconvinced, Amber. Well, that will only add to the surprise. A word of warning before you proceed. Stubborn geniuses make poor hosts, and time will have done naught to improve my master's temperament. Doubt not but that there will be sentinels and traps both to deter unwanted guests, but we'll not be deterred, will we? Go on and touch the wall yonder. You will want to have your weapon near at hand. Those sentinels may suffice to discourage the average trespasser, but not the warrior of light. The way should now be clear. Come, let us go and see my master.
Don't you know it's rude to enter without knocking? The youth of today. No manners at all.
Though we neglected to knock, we did create something of a commotion. I had hoped that would suffice.
Heavy-handed as ever, I see. And still not a hint of grace. Some things never change.
To give credit where credit is due, I learned from the best. It has been too long, Master Matoya.
Indeed it has. Oh, it's good to see you again, my girl. And with your fiery spirit unquenched. But look at you, all grown up and womanly. The one there in the fancy duds, that's Louis Soir's granddaughter, I take it?
Granddaughter.
Grandson, begging your pardons. You knew my grandfather, my lady.
Knew him? Ha! We were constantly at each other's throats. Like rabid dogs we were. Oh, he was a stubborn bucker, was your grandfather. Never a dull moment when he was around, though, I'll give him that. As for you, boy, I've known you since you were a rosy-cheeked babe at the teat.
And my sister too, I gather. May I say what an honor it is to meet you again, my lady?
Spare me the hollow pleasantries, boy. I'll wager my remaining good teeth you didn't come to a forgotten corner of Eorzea to flirt with a wrinkly old woman. Now out with it. What is it you need of me? Azys Lla. I never thought I'd hear that name again.
You are familiar with it?
As familiar as one can get from poring over musty old tomes. The Allagons set the Isle afloat not long before the sun set on their empire. Old Louis Soir and I often talked about it. The place is home to a research facility dedicated to finding ways of mastering mighty beings, such as primals and dragons. And find ways it did too, frightening ones. Such secrets as lie buried on Azys Lla aren't fit to see the light of day. And now you tell me a band of dragon-baiting primal botherers are trying to dig them up?
Indeed. And to make matters worse, the Ascians have a hand in their plot. They must be stopped, no matter the cost.
I see. Very well.
You will help us then? Truly? I had not anticipated such an impassioned response. Could it be that the presence of young blood has stirred your own?
Ah, some things never change. One day that pertness is going to cost you your tail, my girl. Don't say I didn't warn you.
Why has no one mentioned that she's blind yet? Forbidden knowledge. Matoya is in a mood to reminisce.
"'Twas some 50 years ago, shortly after Garlemald had brought all of Ilsabard under its rule. Faced with the threat of invasion, the people of Sharlayan scrambled about for a means to resist the Empire. For my part, I was tasked with developing an etheric converger.
Ah, yes, a device which draws in ether and concentrates it to produce a destructive force.
But as my research neared its end, it was denounced by the Forum, who claimed that my device was more likely to destroy us than our enemies. After that, they and I had a little falling out, and I decided to seal away all the fruits of my research, lest the dunder-headed ingrates reap any benefit. Petty, I know, but gods, it was satisfying.
Do mine ears deceive? 'Twas you, was it not, who was so fond of saying that all knowledge exists to advance mankind, that how it is used depends on us?
I don't remember. Perhaps. All right, yes. It was a pet phrase of mine. And that should give you a notion of how sick and tired I was of those spineless wretches of the Forum. All talk and no trousers, that lot. That's why I decided to remain behind, rather than join the Exodus.
You may have had your disagreements with my grandfather, but upon that point, your minds were as one.
With respect, Master, the fruits of your research should not be left to spoil. Will you share with us the secrets of the etheric converger?
Aye, I will. All the information you need is contained in a tome I wrote on the subject. But you'll have to fetch it from the forbidden section of the Great Library.
You were not exaggerating when you said that you had sealed it away. Though the city is abandoned, the library's guardians are all but certain to remain. We must needs cut a path through them. Come, let us away.
Not so fast. You don't expect that you can just waltz on in now, do you?
Well, I was kind of hoping I could. Oh, the Great Library's guardian shouldn't pose any difficulty for a hero like you. But if it turns out you aren't up to the task, well, then I'll know you can't be trusted with something as dangerous as an etheric ram. I'll put a pair of familiars at your disposal. One's a Perogo who will help you locate the tome. The other's that broom yonder, who will let you into the library. Well, what are you waiting for? Introduce yourself, girl. Greetings, good madame. I am Broomsy, my lady's servant of some 50 years. May I say what an honor it is to serve you. I am given to understand you wish to enter the great Gubal library. To find it, pray head east upon leaving this cave. The building will come into view shortly after you reach the collapsed bridge. I shall go and fetch my fellow familiar on my way to the entrance. When your preparations are in order, pray come meet me there. It will be my pleasure to unlock the door for you. Wow, that thing can sweep. You stand before the Great Gubal Library, one of Heidelin's foremost repositories of knowledge. Alas, it has fallen into disuse since the Exodus some summers since. In all those years, its halls have welcomed not the coming of a single soul. Its floors felt not the loving brush of a broom. Mine apologies, madame. Pray no mind to the dreams of a humble broom. You are doubtless eager to venture within and retrieve my lady's tome. I shall unlock the door at once. When you have what you seek, pray return to the cave and report to my lady. Next cue. Trash pulls leading up to the first boss is about the same as anything else. Watch out for AoEs and just keep going until you hit natural barriers. Now, the part after this, there will be platforms. All you have to do is walk towards the end of it and a magical staircase will appear guiding you to the next one, so don't consider that a natural barrier. Just keep doing that until you get to the first boss. The mechanics for this boss is he will do an AoE down the middle of the room and then followed by the same AoE off to the sides. You just have to dodge out and then in. That will do damage as well as throw slow on you, which makes it harder to dodge some of his other attacks. As you can see, our Dragoon here is doing a very good job at standing in everything. He'll knock people back and he'll do disclosure. What you need to do is you need to run to the other side and get away from him. Everything that is behind him will die, and if you are standing near the book, he'll knock you back and do just a itty bitty bit of damage. When he turns around, on top of doing his middle and side AoEs, he'll also do an ice one, which makes it just a little bit harder to dodge. If you are arranged when he starts doing the ice, recommended you go all the way to the back just to make it a little bit easier on yourself. Because there are openings on the sides that you can accidentally yeet yourself off the thing for. He'll do some more AoEs, and then he'll do another ice and a disclosure. So for that, you want to move to the sides when he starts doing his repel and words of winter, so you can easily get to the other side of him when he closes up and starts about to spin around. That's pretty much all there is to him. Same thing with the trash paths leading up to the second boss, except this time we have a new enemy called Page 64. This thing will hyper-focus on one of your party members and constantly shoot beams at them. Try not to stand in front of them or behind them, or you will get hit by the beam as well. You can tell who it's targeting by a tether that they place on them. Other than that, pretty basic to the second boss. Now this boss, he has a Gale cut that he'll perform in front of him. If you're the tank, walk away. If you're not the tank, don't stand in front of him. He will have a headbutt thing where he will smash into you. After a certain amount of damage, he will get 2 page 64s. Focus on killing one, and whichever player gets the tether, run it through the boss, because this will knock him off the book and he will stop being invulnerable to attacks. After the first thing of invulnerability, he'll start throwing wind gales on the floor. You just have to make sure to stay away from him. And try to stay to the side of him if you are a DPS, because he has been known to swing his tail around as well, and you don't want to get hit by that either. Other than that, that's pretty much all there is to him. Rinse and repeat. Easy boss. Regular trash pull for this, but if you're a tank, watch out for when you get to these owl creatures. There's going to be 2 or 3 times that you do, and those owl creatures are going to summon 2 additional demons to fight on the field. This boss's attacks are pretty easy as well. If you see a red marker over your head, drop that between the darker circles on the outer part of the platform. This is going to put a subsisting AoE, and since we're going to be running through all those platforms once they light up, we kind of don't want that bubble to be overlapping them. Void Call, this is where you see the little circles start to glow. 1 means only 1 person needs to run through it to activate it. Second time, it'll be 2 people need to activate it. And third time, it'll be 3 people. But don't worry, the more people need to activate it, the less of them activate. For these pink things, by the way, if you do not deactivate them, they will spawn ads. He'll also do AoE, where you either have to move away from him or into him. He'll do them back to back, which is kind of a pain in the butt to deal with ads and the boss. And that's pretty much it. A pretty easy boss fight. One more crystal-induced stream and I'll be good.
So this is the tome. Excellent. Let us take it to Master Matoya at once.
I take it you found the tome? Well, let's see it then. Here you go, Grandma. Hi, this is it, all right. I must say the experience brought back memories. Just like the old days, you still send people into the thick of danger as if it were nothing more than a mundane errand. But we were able to accomplish our task thanks to Pararogo. He is an eminently capable familiar, a creation worthy of the great Master Matoya, and to simply witness him in action gave me a better understanding of arcane entities. Should the opportunity present itself, I should very much like to employ this knowledge for the betterment of mankind. Create a new variety of carbuncle, perhaps. Don't get ahead of yourself, boy. Louisoix's grandson or no, it'll take another decade under me before you can call yourself a scholar, and a deal more than that to make you a scholar worth a damn. As you may have gathered, Master Matoya is not easily impressed. Indeed. Shall we examine the tome? An eye for Aether. Matoya's gaze is firmly fixed upon her tome.
I had not thought to behold this tome again. There, it is deciphered. Now your friend should be able to make sense of the contents. That said, it's one thing to understand the workings of the etheric converger, and another to actually make it work. You do realize how much ether is required.
Sid is keenly aware of the energy dilemma. His airship is by no means large, and it can only bear a limited quantity of crystals.
If only we had white aurosite in the etheric siphon.
Alas, Minfilia is missing along with both artifacts, and Moonbreeder is gone.
Would that there were another ready wellspring of energy for us to draw upon.
Why did it not occur to us before? We already have what we need! The Eye! It has been drawing ether into itself for as long as the Great Worms have lived! It is a veritable wellspring of energy!
It might just suit our needs. But is this energy something that can be harnessed at will?
I believe so, with the aid of the Azure Dragoon of Ishgard.
Then it is settled. Let us return to the Holy See at once.
Stola, wait. When did the light fade from your eyes?
I might have known that it would not escape your notice. It has been this way since I returned from the life stream. An after effect of the teleportation magic I invoked, most like.
They are called forbidden spells for a reason. What were you thinking, girl?
I have no regrets. I but did what was necessary to preserve the light of hope, to keep my promise to Minfilia. Besides, it afforded me the rare opportunity to wander the ether, a once-in-a-lifetime experience.
I need not tell you that it consumes your very life force to see by sensing the ether around you. Take care of yourself. Do you hear me?
I will, Master Matoya. And thank you.
Thanks to your customary heroic efforts, we now possess the knowledge to build an etheric ram. All that remains is to secure its energy source. Let us hasten back to Ishgard and consult Sir Amric regarding the eye. Ah, you are returned. Sir Amric, I am pleased to see that your recovery proceeds apace. May I introduce Y'shtola, a fellow scion of the 7th Dawn and Archon of Sharlayan. My lord, pray excuse me for foregoing due pleasantries, but we seek your counsel regarding the etheric ram. Though we now possess the knowledge to build such a device, we yet lack an appropriate source of energy with which to power it. We believe, however, that Ishgard may possess the solution to our problem. You need not apologize, my lady. Full eager am I to learn of your progress. Please, tell me of this energy source that you believe we possess. And you are certain that the eye can lend its power to Master Matoya's etheric converger? At Instinian's command, yes. Very well, I shall speak with him. My thanks, Sir Amric. Nay, my friend, 'tis I who should thank you. As should every Ishgardian, you labor in our name with nary a care for your own safety. Let us next speak with Sid. He will doubtless be eager to begin work on the etheric ram. Ah, you're back. The preliminary work on the Enterprise is more or less finished. Tell me you found a way to build the etheric ram. Greetings, Sid. It has been a while. This tome contains the fruits of my former master's research on a device known as an etheric converger. Our ram should operate on the selfsame principle. Ah, where are my manners? Put a toy like this in my hand and I go off into my own world. Gods, it's good to see you, and bearing a gift besides. A very distracting one, if I might add. If I didn't know better, I'd think it was my name's day. But there will be time for tearful reunions later. I'll make a start on the tome right away. So long as I have a grasp of the fundamentals, I should be able to knock something together, which leaves a small matter of the energy source. We believe we have found a solution to that problem as well. Pray forgive us our lateness. The power of the eye is not to be drawn upon lightly, but I believe we have sufficient cause to do so. So this is the fabled eye. By the 12, it seethes. 'Tis a wonder such power can be contained, much less controlled. Boys, our friends have kindly provided all the ingredients. Let's see if we can't make something out of them. You heard the chief? We're not resting till the Aetherochemical is operational. Not one wink of sleep. Cart chocobo. Hour of departure. Alphino has a final task for you before departing for Azys Lla. Given the danger of the task that lies before us, I think it only right that we take a moment to bid our friends and allies farewell. Alas, it requires my assistance with Master Matoya's rather singular writings. Might I entrust the task of visiting those who remain behind to you? So the hour is nigh. Would that I could join you in the coming battle, but with my wounds I fear I would only be a burden to you. In consorting with the Ascians and availing himself of primal powers, my father made himself an enemy of all that is good and right in this world. Do whatever you must to end his madness. May the Fury watch over you. This is it, then? Go well, my friend. I shall pray to the Fury for your preservation. Mayhap you think it strange that a daughter of Garlemald should pray? I do not blame you. I used to think it passing strange myself. But that all changed when I discovered something dearer to me than mine own life. Thereafter, praying seemed the most natural thing in the world. Prayers are born of heartfelt faith, and manipulating the people's beliefs for his own twisted ends, the Archbishop made a mockery of their very existence. It cannot be borne. So you're off to face the Archbishop then? Please be careful and watch over the others, will you? We've lost too many friends as it is. Some may yet return to us, but I couldn't bear to lose anyone else. I just couldn't. I realize it's asking a lot, but you're the strongest person I know, and I don't think there's anything you can't achieve if you put your mind to it. So please, whatever else happens, keep everyone safe. Well, if it ain't my old friend Amber, off to face the Archbishop and his cronies, is it? I'd love to go and give those bastards a good walloping myself, that snake Charbert especially. But I've got to stay here and keep an eye on things. With the Archbishop gone, some of the poor folk might get in their heads to do something stupid like storming the pillars. But blood won't get us what we want, and I need to be around to remind them that, in case they forget. No need to worry about us anyway. I'll work with Sarmic to preserve the peace. You just concentrate on settling the score with the Archbishop, eh? Yep, bring me inside, thanks. Mistress Amber, how good of you to pay me a visit. It feels as if it were only yesterday when we first met here in this chamber. You came to us as fugitives seeking asylum, and now you bear the hopes of our nation upon your shoulders. He would not have told you, but when Haurchefant begged me to accept you into our household, he described you as hope incarnate. At the time, I assumed that he was waxing lyrical, as was his wont, but I have come to see that he simply spoke the truth. You are hope, a shining beacon that shall guide the people of Ishgard through the raging snowstorm. A memento. Were my son here, he would have wished to fight at your side in the battle to come. Take care, my friend, and return to us. Okay. Court Edmond bequeathed you to Lord Haurchefant's shield? A noble gesture. We bear the hopes and dreams of full many souls. Let their faith in us be a source of strength and courage as we face our remaining trials. The first flight of the Excelsior. The game will soon be afoot, and Alphino is keen to assemble the players. Work on the Enterprise is nearly complete. Yeshtalano to make ready. She's right here. I'm sure she can see. No pun intended.
Until but recently, the Ishgardians have kept their doors firmly shut to outsiders. But thanks to you, we have found in them stout allies with whom we may fight to secure the future of the realm. Truly, you are the beacon of hope towards which all men are drawn.
Spare us the hyperbole. 'Tis not for praise that we fight.
Oh? In light of all we have achieved, I felt it only meet to express my gratitude.
All that we have achieved? Spoken like a true outsider. Until the war is over, we have achieved nothing. The coming battle is a chance to excise the root of this conflict, and by my hand it shall be done. Then you may speak of achievement.
'Twas not mine intent to make light of your struggle. If I have given offense, then I apologize. But if I may speak freely, you would do well to be wary of the eye. Even now, it burns with insatiable hatred, watching unblinking for a sign of weakness. Should you falter for so much as a moment, it will surely consume you.
Save your concern. I will consume the eye ere I let it consume me.
"12 be praised, thou hast not yet set forth. Cross sand and snow have I journeyed, that I might deliver this gift unto thee."
White Oracite. But whence did it come?
To mine amazement, it lay hid amongst Moonbreeder's last effects. 'Twas but blind chance or providence that I did hap to spy it. Let no man claim that my late friend e'er erred for lack of foresight. In the place whither thou goest, servants of darkness do lie in wait. Pray, give unto me thy pledge that thou wilt strike them down and avenge our fallen comrade.
Let us go, Amber. Azys Lla awaits.
Ah, excellent timing. We've just finished our work on the Enterprise. She's so much improved, I've decided to give her a new name to suit. The Enterprise Excelsior. Or simply the Excelsior if pressed for time. Once again, she'll carry Eorzea's protectors into battle. All aboard!
I can do no more than see you off with prayers for your safety and success. Yet know that wheresoever you may go, my son's spirit goes with you. May the Fury grant you strength.
Return to us, all of you. Enterprise Excelsior, engage. This is it! Get ready!
Eye of mine enemy, render unto me thy power!
No, you will not claim me. I am the Master.
We're through!
Chief, we've got an Imperial battleship on our tail. And it's bleeding massive.
Damn it! The bastards were waiting for us to open the door for them. I'm gonna try to shake them. Hang on to something.
We're all going to die! Tataru!
She won't take much more of this!
The time is come to use Hydaelyn's gift. Much blood has been spilled in my name. And for what? For a false cause that I created for want of the warmth of companionship. Saint Shiva, pray Svelga, pray forgive this fool. But even now, I cannot let go of my dream. My dream of a tomorrow in which no child need freeze alone in the snow. Thank you, Svelga.
Is that Azys? What does she mean to do?
O goddess, born of mine own hopes and dreams, for the last time, I beseech you, fill this vessel with your light, still the hatred within our hearts, and bless us with eternal grace! Farewell, warrior of light. And thank you for showing me the way.
No!
This ether. It was a crystal of light. She, too, was one of Hydaelyn's chosen.
Fare you well, my lady.
Whew. I don't know about you, but I'm glad to be back on solid ground, even if said ground is floating in the sky. When that Imperial battleship appeared, I honestly thought we were finished, and we would have been had your friend not arrived when she did. 12 grant her mercy. Brief though our time together was, Yssael was a true friend, a gentle soul who fought for her beliefs. She would have made a fine scion. What is a scion but one who fights for our cause? Our hopes survive thanks to her sacrifice. Let that be enough. Yet I cannot help but wonder, how came she to know of our presence here? From Hraesvelgar, I would wager, he will have felt my channeling of the Eye's power. It would seem they were able to make peace with one another in the end. She gave her life because she believed in us. We owe it to her to see our mission through. See that dome-like structure further in? Let's make our way there. But first, an aetheryte. The Isle's sentinels don't seem to frequent this area. We should be safe here. Let's truck strategy, shall we? Systematic exploration. Sid looks like a man with a plan. First of all, in the interest of efficiency, I suggest we make this place our base camp. We can coordinate the search for the Archbishop from here. I have no objections. Now that we stand upon Azys Lla, I am struck by the vastness of the Isle. We must needs to be methodical if we are to find our quarry. Good. Now, unless I'm mistaken, this used to be an airship landing, and a major one at that. From what I know of Alec design, there should be a terminal nearby that's linked to the Isle's operational heart. If we can find such a terminal, we should be able to learn something of the Archbishop's whereabouts. Let's split up and look for it. The Empire borrowed most of its technology from Allegan relics. If we can find the terminal, I reckon we can operate it. What ungodly vessels must the Alligans have built to warrant so vast a landing? Machines are beyond my ken. I shall leave it to the others to find this terminal. Of more concern to me are the dragons that I sense nearby. Nothing? Damn it. There's just this terminal, but it doesn't respond to anything I do. Any bright ideas, Wedge? Wedge? He was here just a moment ago. Oh, don't tell me he's wandered off. I'm sorry, Amber, but could you help me search for him? Absent-minded as he is, I worry that he's strayed beyond the landing area and made friends with the local sentinels. Ow. Wedge, are you alright? I'm fine, Chief. I just tripped, that's all. Fool of a Lalafell. What were you thinking coming here on your own? Death by overwork is one thing, death by stupidity quite another. I'm sorry, Chief, but I think I found something. What is this? The wreck of a sentinel? This is no wreck, Chief. She's still operational. See? Blip. Initiating. Performing diagnostics. Blip. Diagnostics complete. To proceed, please agree to the terms and conditions of use. Yes. Thank you. To register as user, please state your name. I'm Wedge, and that there is Amber. Blip. User registration complete. Welcome to Azys Lla, Master Wedge and Mistress Amber. I am Guidance Node GLI. Go figure the Lalafell finds a solution by tripping over it. Ain't he close enough to the ground that he shouldn't be tripping over stuff? This isn't quite what I had in mind, but it might just serve. Wedge, bring the node this way, would you? There's something I'd like to try. Node, I need a status report on the facility. Gilly, you have to do what the chief says. Yes, that's it. Good girl. Ah, here we are. Not much of note. It appears someone recently reactivated Helix, which is in this area. Reactivated, you say? By the Archbishop, I'd wager. I dare say he woke the place up when he used the Vanu's key. Are there any other people in this facility? If so, where? Let's see here. On the flagship, that's the central site. I'm seeing positive readings within the Aetherochemical research facility and the fractal continuum. And what have we here? Intruders detected in the Gamma Quadrant, defense system engaged. Our Imperial friends, I suspect. I hope they enjoy the defense system, but what of the Archbishop and his cronies? What might offer an indication? How about this? Which area is currently consuming the most energy? Somewhere called Triad Control inside the research facility. And what manner of place is that? It is, and I quote, a regulation facility for the Warring Triad test subjects, and that's all it says. The rest of the information is only accessible to users with consular privileges. I mislike the sound of this, which leads me to believe that it is indeed the place. I am inclined to agree with Idyllshire. Whatever it is that the Archbishop seeks, it is like to be there. That settles it then. Let's find a way to cross over to the flagship. In node we trust. The Ion's old guidance node is patiently awaiting instructions. Lip, greetings, Mr. Samber. Is there something you wish to know? Tell me how to reach the flagship. Lip, requesting access to Aetherochemical research facility. Access granting. Generating route. Lip, route generated. Commencing guidance of chosen destination. Please be aware that the designated route may take you through restricted sectors, and that the Isle's defense systems may attempt to terminate you. Be kindly reminded that, in accordance with the terms of conditions of use, you and your party assume all risk of damage or injury, including death, that may occur en route to your destination. How pleasant. Can the guidance node be trusted? I know not, but we have few other options. Let us see where it leads us. Amber, Idyllshire, Estinian, we four shall proceed to the research facility. Sid, the Excelsior is our sole means of escape. Pray remain here and have her ready to depart at a moment's notice. Understood. We'll see that she's repaired and ready to fly. If anything happens, just let me know via link pearl. Be on your guard, my friends. The enemy could be anywhere. You are currently within the Alpha Quadrant. First, you must use the nearby matter conduit to travel to the Beta Quadrant. Please wait a moment while I activate it. Go up and put our hands on weird devices that turned on. Well, that's something. According to my records, this conduit was last serviced approximately 5,014 years, 6 months, 11 days, 7 hours, and 13 minutes ago. That it should function without mishap may be described as a miracle. Chimerical maintenance. The guidance node is ready to take you through the beta quadrant. Blip. Resuming guidance to the Aetherochemical research facility. Please follow me. This sector, the beta quadrant, is home to laboratories which produce chimerical life forms for both military and household applications. Our facility has been awarded 3-star certification for compliance with ISO 3001. The good behavior of the creatures born here is guaranteed. Please be warned, however, that millennia of neglect may have had an adverse effect on their disposition. For your own safety, please refrain from approaching the creatures. Okay. Yeah, I'd probably be pissed off 1,000 years went by too. Or several thousand for that matter. This place can be a maze sometimes. Blip. Unable to activate matter conduit. Energy shortage detected. Identifying cause. Cause identified. Unauthorized siphoning of energy by chimerical creatures. Locations: the recombination labs and the biomass incubation complex. Time is short. Let us split up and eliminate the culprits. Amber, pray dispatch the creatures at the recombination labs. The rest of us shall sweep the incubation complex. Take care and return hither when you are done. Thanks, I'll just go alone and do my own thing. Can I finish surveying it before you hit me again? Nope. Okay. and back. Lip, energy restored to the conduit. Please wait a moment while I activate it. Has no one ever told these people not to stare into bright lights that'll damage their eyes? So the Garleans managed to land. Repairs on their vessel appear to be well underway. I doubt that they will leave anytime soon, however. Nay, they will remain here long after they have stripped the Isle of all its secrets. Whether or not they mean to linger, their presence here and now is an unwelcome complication. Indeed, let us avoid confrontations unless absolutely needful. Okay. Or I can just mount up and run through them all laughing. Close encounters of the 6th kind. The guidance node is ready to take you through the Gamma Quadrant. Warning, intruders detected in force in this quadrant. It is recommended that you avoid confrontation when possible. Be kindly reminded that, in accordance with the terms and conditions of use, you and your party assume all risks of damages or injury, including death, that you may sustain in the course of guidance. Please follow me to the next matter conduit. It leads to the Delta Quadrant, where the facility's greatest achievement is located. Wait, something's afoot.
Our objective lies at the heart of the Isle. The third will remain to guard the ship, while the second patrols the perimeter and eliminates any threats. The first will come with me to secure the research facility. Let no man doubt the import of our mission. The Allagans found a means to capture icons alive, and their knowledge lies hid upon this isle. If we can but acquire it, we would be able to prevent the beings from returning to plague us, thus ending the cycle of rebirth. I need not remind you that success will raise our Legion high in the Emperor's regard. Yet, by the same token, his radiance does not tolerate failure. That is all. All troops, prepare for deployment!
So that is their purpose.
To think that the knowledge used to bind no less a being than Bahamut sleeps here.
Imprisoning a primal in such a manner would represent an effective means to halt the cycle of summoning, were it not for the grave and obvious risks.
Indeed. We need but refer to past experience, that of Bahamut's calamitous return, to see why this is not the solution we seek.
Held in duress, a primal will continue to nurse its hatred for mankind. And when it inevitably breaks free, its rage will be beyond quelling.
Whatever folly the Garleans mean to commit, they can wait. We must remain focused on our task.
Yes, of course. It would not be polite to keep the Archbishop waiting.
Time to run through Garleans. The long way, I fear. Blip, that you have survived to this point is in defiance a possibility, but it appears the danger is not yet past. Blip bloop, warning, intruders approaching. Please eliminate them if you wish to proceed. Yeah, when enemies are this easy, expect multiple waves. Solo duty.
That would explain my men's silence. We meet again, and this time we will not be interrupted. Come! Show me your power, champions of Eorzea!
So for this guy, just watch for his AoEs. He will jump around and put this X. Watch in the direction that the X happens because it will face wherever you are. Later on, he'll put multiple of them down, so try to make them face all the same direction if you can before you run behind them so you don't get hit. That's pretty much all it. He's pretty easy. It's just endurance and how much damage can you do.
So it comes to this!
tales of your strength, warrior of light? And now that I have experienced it firsthand, Van Baelsar's defeat seems less inexplicable. You are a formidable foe, and I have thoroughly enjoyed our time together. Alas, all good things must come to an end. Allagan's secrets await, and there is no profit to be had in remaining here.
Keep them occupied.
Coward.
It would seem we have no choice.
You must continue on. We will hold them here.
Take the eye. It should still hold enough energy to be of use to you. I shall join you as soon as I am able.
Enough talk! Make haste and stop the Archbishop!
Blip. Welcome to the Delta Quadrant, where methods are developed for mastering dragons. To this day, the sector is home to live specimens brought over from the southern continent of Mercidia, truly a testament to the greatness of the Allagan Empire. Fetters of Lament. The guidance node has ill tidings to share with you. Blip. I regret to inform you that the matter conduit leading to the flagship is no longer functioning. According to my records, it was destroyed by a dragon, which broke free of its restraints when they failed approximately 2,369 years, 1 month, 24 days, 7 hours, and 4 minutes ago. Please find an alternate route to the Aetherochemical Research Facility. The Allagan Research Council apologizes for any inconvenience caused. So, thy journey hath led thee to this accursed place. Canst thou hear it, mortal? The ceaseless keening of my kindred, steeped in 5,000 years of suffering. Long before the Ishgardians and their base betrayal, there lived still more wicked men whose ambitions knew no bounds. Fearful of our might and covetous of our power, they devised a means to enslave dragonkind. Their vile misdeeds did set in motion a train of events whose repercussions are felt to this day. Beyond thou wilt find one of my first brood. Hark thou unto her words. Partake thou of her pain. Think thou upon the suffering that the conflict betwixt our kinds hath begot. For first brood, I would imagine she would have been bigger. A great worm is being held in some manner of restraint. Who cometh to this forsaken place and disturbeth my solitude? Tiamat, my child. Father, can it truly be you? None other. My form is such that I may journey with Hydaelyn's chosen. A mortal who desireth to end the war between man and dragon. Millennia have passed since I was brought low by the men of Alec. To think that war rages still between our kinds. Hearken to my tale, child of man. I am Tiamat of Midgarzomer's first brood. In a time before time, my father did come to the star bearing 7 eggs.
From these eggs did my children hatch, and once they were full grown, they took wing and spread across all the lands of Hydaelyn.
Together with my brood brother Bahamut, I journeyed south to Mericidia, and together we brought forth innumerable children into the world. We abided in peace, and all was well, until the men of Alec came, some 5,000 years since. They slaughtered my children in droves, and took from me my beloved Bahamut. 'Twas then, when I had fallen into the depths of the despair, that black-robed men came unto me, the Assyans. They offered to resurrect Bahamut through their dark arts, and I, in my grief, accepted, a decision which I shall regret until my dying breath. For what they brought back was a mockery of my beloved. Worse, the Assyans gifted his murderers the means to entrap him. Know this, child of man, the beings thy kind call gods are but spectres of thy mind's creation, given form at great cost to Hydaelyn. Many such beings yet slumber across the land, brought to heel by the self-seen empire that bound me. They must not be released into the world. If thou wouldst end the conflict, vanquish the Asians, and deliver the weak of will from the bonds of their dark influence. Okay. It hath been 5,000 years, my child. Wilt thou not forgive thyself? The release of death is denied me here, yet I desire not freedom. Nay, father, I shall live with my regret until the world itself hath ceased to be. Such is my just punishment for consorting with darkness, for calling forth a loathsome and lamentable creature which blackeneth my beloved's memory. Guess who's back, bitches?
Warrior of light, beloved daughter, the light abideth within thy heart again. Full valiantly didst thou overcome thy many trials, but glory not in thy success. For the servants of darkness are ever close at hand. Receive of me my blessing once more, and go forth to shine thy light on all creation.
Thou hast broken down the wall I built around thee, and partaken of thy mistress's blessing once more. Strong art thou, mortal, stronger than any other of thy kind. Having looked upon thy deeds, I am convinced thou art worthy to bear her light. The Covenant bound me to thee, but 'twould seem our fates were mingled from the first. Though I will not fight thy battles, I will yet lend thee my wings. Come, mortal. We go to cast out the darkness.
Okay. Heavensward, the guidance note has been awaiting your arrival at the flagship with customary patience. Blip, welcome to the flagship, Mr. Samber. You are almost at your destination. Blip bloop, warning, intruders detected in the vicinity. Please eliminate them if you wish to proceed. Blip bloop, warning, intruders approaching. Blip, area secured, lifting access restrictions to Aetherochemical research facility. Restrictions lifted. You may enter the facility at your leisure, ending guidance. Blip, unknown energy source detected within the Aetherochemical research facility. Please exercise caution. I am pleased to have been of service to you, Mr. Samber. Please send my regards to Master Wedge. Deactivating. Bloop. This place looks inviting. Trash pads here are the same as any other dungeon, just for the second set that you pull. After you kill what you see, more stasis pods will burst up from the ground, similar to how they just did here, and you'll have to pull those. So tanks, be on the lookout for that when you have killed everything.
I will crush you underfoot!
Budget Belsar is pretty easy. You just have to watch out. He will stun a person and then do an AoE on them. So just make sure to move away from the person that gets stunned. Also, after a while, he becomes a little bit more mobile than you would like to. But there's also a turret in the room. You need to off the turret. The turret ones, he'll start off with putting one on the field, and then afterwards he'll start putting more. The turret ones will just continuously attack one person that they're tethered to. The turret twos will do an AoE on random people. During this time, when the turrets are up, the boss randomly hops around the room, constantly doing line AoEs. Just move out of those. When you've killed the turret, he goes back to doing his usual thing, until such time as you get his HP enough that he'll do turret number 2 phase. Kill the turrets there too. If you do not kill the turrets, they will explode after a time, doing damage to the entire party. Second part of turrets, he will then go to the center and do damage to 75% of the arena, so just make sure to stand behind him. That's pretty much it. Pretty easy.
In the name of the Emperor! In the name of the Emperor!
For these trash pats, just pull everything until you get to a node and then sit there AoE wailing on the node. If you're the tank, watch out for ads. As the node's health goes down, it will spawn ads. You will have 2 things that are like this, but pretty easy. Okay, this boss is slightly more interesting. His first form is the Sphinx form. During this, he will do a random AoE, as well as he will poison the tank. This can be a Sunad. The Cobra form will do a tank buster that you cannot notice. It's just the hood swing that you just saw right there. He doesn't announce it. Randomly, he'll turn back into the Sphinx before turning back into something else. Another one he does is the Naga. Petrification, make sure to turn around for that so that you're not looking at them or you're going to get stoned. Not in the good way. They'll randomly target people with a flame AoE, which does not appear on the ground as something to move out of. Just make sure to spread out. Then he'll go back to the Sphinx, and he will sometimes go into something that is the Machina. During this time, he will do a missiles, usually on the healer. Make sure there'll be spheres over that. However many spheres are there, that's how many players need to stand in it in order to negate damage, or it'll practically kill the person. And then they'll do a stacking. And then back to Sphinx and kind of screw around after that. That's pretty much all it for this boss. For the next trash sets, there's going to be 3 enemies that appear on the lift. The 2 balls that are floating, don't bother trying to tank them if you're the tank. They'll just randomly go at random people. The sweeper, on the other hand, you want to aim that away from everyone, as it will only attack the tank with a constant AoE, and you want to make sure that is not facing the party. After you're off the lift, it's just pull everything until you can't and kill it all down kind of thing.
the champion of Hydaelyn.
Tell me, why do you despise the primals so? They are the embodiment of mortal will, of mortal desire. Plainly, you desire a foe to despise, and 'tis well that you do, for it is from the vortex of ceaseless conflict that Lord Zodiac shall be reborn.
Through the joining, the world shall become whole again. Then all shall be as once it was, as it should ever have remained.
For the glory of Lord Zodiac.
Your meddling ends here and now, warrior of light.
So for these guys, watch out. They will do AoEs, sometimes massive cleave AoEs to a lot of the arena. If they summon fireballs, stay away from them as they will explode. If they summon ice balls, go underneath one of them as they will explode everything that's not underneath them. The first time that they do the fire and ice, they will be as separate entities, and then afterwards they'll start tethering them. The explosions will happen in the middle of the tether, so make sure to stay clear away from that if it's fire, and if it's ice, sometimes two of them will not be tethered, and you want to go towards the ones that are tethered in the way of the ice because they have a larger explosion radius and you want to be under those ones. That's pretty much it for the first phase of the fight.
Mortal scum!
Know your place.
Your light shall burn no more.
Shall reign forevermore.
Your light shall burn no more.
Such strength, it defies all reason.
No, I will not be bested by the likes of them. Lahabrea, it is time.
Very well. Let us show these mortals the true power of the Echo. The power to break down the barriers of existence.
I am become you.
And we are become one.
Warning, now every mechanic you get hit by will provide you with a debuff. Welcome to Asholio Prime. First off, they do Shadow Flare, which will damage everyone in the party. They also have a tank buster called the Height of Chaos. Now, they will also do the flames as well as the ice balls. However, they will do them together. And they will also tether them. The times that they tether them, see which one is the shortest tether. That will be the one that goes off first. So in the case of this attempt, you can see that the ice is shorter, so you're going to want to go directly underneath the middle of the ice tether, and then as soon as that explodes, promptly move out to avoid the fire explosions. Universal Manipulation will do damage to everyone, as well as give everyone a bleed that must run out. They cannot be assumed. When you see red circles, everyone stack and you'll be perfectly fine to take practically no damage. You don't want to be standing in the red. After, they will do Ancient Circle, which is going to put an AoE on everyone. Make sure to spread for that. Immediately after, there's going to be a stack marker. Move in for that. There's also going to be one where you're going to be chained. Usual chain mechanic. Both of you move as far away as possible from each other. There's also going to be a line stack mechanic. And when they go to one edge of the arena, there's going to be a ball in the middle. You're going to need to defeat this ball. This is your DPS check. Feel free to limit break this ball to get it down quicker. And you're going to have to watch out for line AoEs, and the usual stuff as you're trying to kill this ball. If the gauge gets filled, you all die. And mostly it's a rinse and repeat, and good luck.
that she might regain the blessing of light I had foreseen. But she has grown so strong in it as to deny us our power.
Let us withdraw, Lahabrea. That power remains to us, at least. Impossible!
So, you harness the Eye's power. A pity you spent it all. What will you do now, hero?
So, not even the vaunted warrior of light can unmake an Ascian without relying upon mortal contrivances. In the distant past, King Thordan and his Knights 12 fought and defeated Nidhogg. Though the victory cost them dear, they were rewarded with a great prize, the Dread Worm's Eyes, both of which have since been held in the Holy Sea's safekeeping. The eye you possess was Nidhogg's left, and long has it served as a source of the Azure Dragoon's might. As for its twin, it has lain here, joined to the person of Haldreth, the first Azure Dragoon. For though he learned to harness its power, he was ultimately consumed by it. Even in death, his body decays not. A pitiful end for a fabled hero. My Ascian friend, long have you and your kind sown the seeds of chaos by teaching mortals the secrets of summoning. But if you assumed that we would meekly serve as your pawns, then you are gravely mistaken.
You would raise a hand against us?
By taking unto my flesh the soul of the legendary King Thordan, I can become a god!
Not cessation, whose being is sustained by a millennium of fervent prayer, and the Eye's nigh bottomless reservoir of ether.
What?
Your contempt for man has proven your undoing, Ascian. For my first act as God King, I do hereby sentence you to die! Gods feed upon ether. It matters not what form that ether takes. Ascian souls are no exception. With this power, I shall put an end to 1,000 years of conflict. Be they sown by Ascian, dragon, or primal. Wheresoever the seeds of chaos threaten to quicken, I shall excise them with my divine blade and bring order to the world. I am become that which you abhor, warrior of light. If you would take issue with my godhood, I shall answer you with my blade.
So we're going to calculate here while I'm waiting for cues for this thing to actually go through and let me in. So I thank everyone for joining me for this installment of my Final Fantasy XIV story playthrough. I hope it was enjoyable, aside from my poor job at voice acting. As always, feel free to give feedback in the comments below or just to say hello. I may not respond, but I do read all my comments. Follow links to my socials below and drop by Twitch to say hi there too. Tap that sub button if you want to see what I'm up to on YouTube, and as always, thank you for watching. I hope you all take care. See you guys for the next video. Until then, stay safe and ciao.